beat this morning to 4.3 across the board, but cheese up 14.1% is just incredible. So a real cool story of prices across the board as a whole, which is great. Keep dairy farmers smiling for sure.
And Beef and Lamb New Zealand Inc. has appointed Kit Arkwright as the organisation's new chief executive. Arkwright's been in the role of acting chief executive of the domestic marketing body for the sheep and beef industry during the recruitment process and has been with the organisation since 2017. He succeeds Rod Slater, who retired earlier in the year after 27 years in the role. Arkwright says no doubt there are challenges facing the sector, but they know roughly 9 out of every 10 Kiwi households are eating New Zealand-produced grass-fed beef and lamb. I'm Dominic George with your Rural News Update.
Danny Watson on Magic Talk. It is 12:46. Lines are open, guys. 0800 844 747. Yeah, bureaucracy. Cut back on the bureaucracy. I can't see it happening. I just can't see it happening. You know, there are so many, not just ministries that look after their own. I mean, I guess it's the two levels of government or governance that we have. And whether you're looking at local body or you're looking at central government. You have those that you vote in and those that you vote out. But the ministries remain. Yeah, they're there. Lifelong. Sucking on the state tax. They have a vested interest to keep their ministries going. No different to council. You'll vote in and out your councillors, of course. But the council, the big monster, is still there just brewing away, doing their thing. Yeah, percolating and gobbling up your rate. And for me, I think that's the biggest problem we face. It's the wastage. If you're in business, I would like to hear from you. When your business starts to lose some customers, or you raise debt to increase your business share, so you borrow to expand, and whether that's plant, whether that's a building, whether that's to hire more staff, it doesn't really matter. You actually are hiring to increase the efficiency, the growth, and I guess the income of your business. So you weigh up the debt against profit that will come in. It takes time, it may not happen overnight, and you make that long-term investment. Governments don't work that way. They don't. And our history in New Zealand is we have a history of successive governments putting band-aids on. Continually putting band-aids. Bigger band-aids. Bigger band-aids. Doesn't stop the bleeding. It has never stopped the bleeding. And right now, we are at a point where we are borrowing a lot of money. For me, I'm happy for us to keep all of these businesses that are struggling to fight. I think it's great. This wage subsidy that has gone out there has saved a lot of people. Not just businesses, but those businesses that could not have paid an income to their staff. So the businesses may be suffering at a certain level, but some of their staff are still being looked after because of that. Also, businesses have been given some handouts to actually help them along. That is a good thing as well. So you and I, though, collectively as the taxpayers, are footing the bill for that. So the message from Treasury is, at some stage, the bill will be paid. And they can only see two ways of doing it. We as New Zealanders could up our production. We as New Zealanders could, through our production, pay more tax. But unfortunately, we have a tax system where if you are making more money, it's a lot easier to move it around so you don't pay tax, which is why those letters went out from the IRD to those 405 individuals and entities requesting where their wealth was sitting. And was it sitting with various members of their family, or how had they set it up in trusts and everything else. Now, for those rich people, that's probably the thin end of the wedge and pretty scary. But at the same time, for someone that's waiting for a new hip in a hospital, that's on a very low income, they would be saying it is about time. Maybe you have to pay more of your share. Is that what we do? If we are going to increase taxes, where do we do it? how do we do it? And when they take the tax take, how do we get a guarantee from any government that they're going to put it into the areas that the debt is screaming for it? 0800 844747. Kia ora, Jeremy.
Hey, Denny.
Where are you at on this?
I don't know. I think it was a couple callers before was asking the question, how do you guarantee it's going to go where you want it to go?
Yep.
And if that, like you were saying to that other caller, if it's the income tax that goes up and then all these other ones get put to the side, how do you guarantee they'll do that as well?
Well, the only guarantee you and I have as voters is that if they get it wrong, let's say this current government jumps taxes up where it just hurt everybody. You can guarantee they aren't going to be the government next round.
Yeah, well, is that why we're talking about it now, Danny? So when it does happen, we're going to be okay with it?
No, we're talking about it now because when Treasury is really blunt with the government, and it doesn't matter who the government is, but when Treasury is so blunt saying you need to either up the taxes or spend less because there's no money left in the basket. That's what they're saying. That's effectively what they're saying to the government. You know that the government has to do one or the other or a bit of both. So what I'm asking you, the audience, is what are you comfortable with? What do you think should happen? Because it's actually our debt. They borrow it, but it's our debt, Jeremy.
Yeah, I get that, but it's just another one of those things, really, because you can go down the rabbit hole with this as well.
They want us to go down a rabbit hole. I'm trying not to go down a rabbit hole. I want some clarity, yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, if we're going to end up with an income tax rate like Denmark, it'd be great if we got those benefits just like they did.
Yeah.
Really, I get the feeling that if our taxes go up, but that money's paying off this pandemic debt, or whatever debt, the debt that we're in. I don't think it's going to. Well, me personally, I don't think any government's going to do what we're suggesting on this radio show.
When GST first came in, I remember having conversations with friends and colleagues about GST, and one of the discussions was get rid of all income tax and just have a high GST. So you pay for what you buy. If you buy something cheap, you won't pay a lot of GST. You want to drive a Rolls Royce, you're going to pay a lot of GST. It's pretty simple, it works out. So the rich pay more, the poor fellas like us pay less. That's just how it works. Would that work?
I don't know, Danny. I'm not particularly that clued up about how all that stuff works. Like, I know enough to get me by, but I don't know what will work. I mean, taxes, like you said, if the government's going to come in with the hard taxes, they're not going to be the following government the next term, are they?
No, we'll vote them out. And the other side of that is, if they don't come up with a plan, then they'll borrow some more, which will make it even harder for us further down the track.
Yeah, I don't think we need to borrow any more money now. I think we've already borrowed enough. What is that figure that we're borrowing at the moment?
Oh, it's billions. I haven't got it in front of me right now, but COVID is costing us billions, like really billions. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm happy with that. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm quite happy with the fact that we've got a wage subsidy and other things going on. I think we're looking after the broader community. I get that. But at the same time, it's just like when you want to go and buy yourself a new car. If you ain't got the cash, you're going to borrow it. And then something else in your household income goes, doesn't it?
Yeah, but only on the fences, that doesn't affect anyone else. Like, the decisions these guys are going to make, they affect everyone.
Yep, across the board. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't want to be sitting at the Treasury business. I wouldn't want to be Grant Robertson right now, sitting there going, gee, wake up in the morning and go, how much do we owe now?
Yeah, no, that'd be a tough game, Danny.
So anyway, back to the basic question though, the very basic question. Even if we don't fully understand it, would you be more comfortable with more tax or more comfortable with less spending?
I'd be comfortable with both of them, but both of them have their, you know, ups and downs, don't they?
Yeah. It depends on the area they're going to do it in,
And like you said before, if we get a high income tax and they eliminate everything else, I'd be happy with that. But I don't know how they'd reassure everyone that they're going to do that, that's going to happen. I don't know how they'd do that.
Yeah, it's probably too big a change for the people that for the ordinary people we vote into Parliament, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's it, like, yeah.
Anyway, lovely.
Lovely, Danny.
Yeah, lovely. Hey, thanks for calling, man. You're talking to something. Good afternoon, Jeremy. Taxation is just a bitch, isn't it? It's a bitch. And it's like a minefield. And we've had successive governments turning around and saying, we're going to simplify. They never have. They actually haven't. They've never, ever made it simple. You know, you pay so much tax in the dollar if you earn so much. Then it gets increased if you earn a bit more. It gets increased if you earn a bit more. I get all of that. I understand GST. On all of your purchases, there will be a certain tax, 15% at the moment. But then some people claw it back. Some people take it back. Some people get the GST. This fella that's got home detention, it looks like he's clawed back about $127,000 in GST system. Yeah. And they got him locked up in his house on home detention. So, you know, there are so many rackets and so many... It's just too complicated. And so, therefore, most of us are so busy just putting food on the table, paying the rent and looking after the whānau, that we leave it to others, and that's why we have this mess. Or should we have a greater say in it? And how do you do that? How do you have a greater say in the tax take, your contribution to making everything work? Because that's what it is, and that's why we attack. The simple side of it is our contribution to making the country run. We don't like it, but that's what it is. I'll get back to Rob's point. I think Rob had a couple of really interesting points. And just like as in our household where he was coming from, you actually look at your expenditure and you look at your income in your own household. And if you can't increase the income, the money coming in, then you have to decrease the outgoing. What are the areas you see that in? If we don't increase taxation, which most of us, I would say, is we don't want, or we tax the wealthy more, because that's where you can always go, and that drives them offshore, and they disappear. Where could we stay? Where could we actually spend less? Bureaucracy? I'd have to agree, most definitely. But health, education, everything else is screaming for dollars right now, and has always done so. You can never have enough money in the coffers to keep health, education, roads, sewage, everything else going. You just can't, because we're the great consumers. Maybe we just park it, leave that over there for a while, let it ruminate, guys, because it goes back to that same question. Treasury is saying to the Finance Minister, Grant Robertson, it's a real simple one. You're going to need to tax more, or you're going to need to spend less. How are you going to do it? Grant, how are you going to do it? News and sport is next. Magic Talk.
Level 3 lockdowns are in place across the upper North Island. The far north is in full level 3 due to at least 2 unlinked COVID community cases. Tāmaki Makaurau is still in step 1 of level 3, while Waikato has moved to step 2. PM Jacinda Ardern says we're still on track to move to the traffic light system with interregional travel before Christmas.
What we're looking at is, for now, how do we keep in that cardboard with some checks around it? We might say use testing or vaccination status to allow people to move around a bit more.
Chris Hipkins and Dr. Ashley Bloomfield are due to give an update on the latest COVID case numbers shortly. Fire crews are battling a large blaze in a structure on Nelson's Boulder Bank. Fire and Emergency says access is difficult and crews are being supported by Coast Guard. And 4-year-old Cleo Smith has been reunited with her parents after 17 days missing in Western Australia. Police found her locked in a house today about 70 k's from the campsite where she disappeared. Police are questioning a 36-year-old man in custody. Koira ngā pūrongo o te wā. Find out about the new COVID-19 traffic light system at covid19.govt.nz.
Struggling to fill skilled vacancies. The latest figures show the number of people incoming call. Press the